Welcome to the SIM Incident Handling Training by Vikram Saini. My name is Garima and welcome to our course. In this lecture, we will learn about building real-world use cases. SOC team investigate and analyze alerts triggered by a SIM solution, and an alert is created based on a specific set of conditions and correlation defined for the use cases. Before diving into building use cases, let's understand the type of use cases. In cybersecurity, generally there are two types of use cases used or referred for creating and developing an alert. First is business use case and second is system use case. Business use case will define the requirements of monitoring with business needs, but the system use case will specify the device where that rule will be used to monitor. Let's understand with the scenario. So here we are talking about brute force attack as our first use case. Brute force attack is a hit and trial method. In security terms, in a brute force attack, the attacker attempts to authorize legitimate account by guessing the username and password manually or by a tool. And now to capture these type of activity, it is defined with the business use case. So we have a business use case and that we will monitor for the brute force attack. But in a system use case, we will define the devices for which this rule will capture the events and will trigger an alarm in case of any brute force attack. So we have defined failed authentication under business use case, and in a system use case, we have windows, which mean the failed authentication rule will be used to monitor any unauthorized attempt against the Windows server or machines. Next we have Linux. So in this rule we will use to monitor failed authentication against Linux machine as well. Next we have a firewall, then the database and then email. So here we have defined 5 different platforms where we will monitor the failed authentication or brute force attack. But in the case when we have a rule only for monitoring the failed authentication for a Windows machine, that means you are covering only 20% of your network. To cover 100%, you have to place this rule in all devices where an authentication can be made. Next, we have content development. When we have all requirements about our business and system use cases, content development comes into the picture. Content development will define the basic condition which will cover all different situations to monitor any or all kind of brute force attack, because brute force can be detected in different ways. For example, brute force attack detected for a single user. Brute force attack detected for multiple users. Brute force attack detected for a single user from a single machine. Brute force attack detected for a multiple users and from a single machine. Brute force attack detected for a single user from multiple machine. Brute force attack detected for multiple users from multiple machines. Brute force attack detected from an internal IP. Brute force attack detected from an external IP. So here we have defined various conditions, but how can we cover all these different conditions in our rule? And what will be the rule condition? Now in the next step we will have rule 1 for the brute force attack detected for a single user with a condition where we will monitor or configure the rule to trigger if 10 failed login logs will be generated in less than 10 minutes. And this rule will be configured for all devices, either it is Windows, Linux, firewall, database, and email. Rule number 2. Brute force attack detected for multiple users, and in this case we have one more additional condition: if the failure logs will be generated from more than 3 accounts. This condition will help us to detect brute force attack where an attacker trying to brute force on multiple accounts. Then next two conditions: brute force attack detected for a single user from single machine, and brute force attack detected for multiple users from a single machine will be captured in our rule 1. So no need to define any other rule. And rule number 5, brute force attack detected for a single user from multiple machine, and 6th, brute force attack detected for a multiple users from multiple machine will be covered with the rule 2. And the rule 7th, brute force attack detected from an internal IP, and 8th, brute force attack detected from an external IP will be covered with the combination of rule number 1 and rule number 2. That's all for this lecture. Thank you for enrolling in our course.